Hello and welcome back! Now I want to highlight a very interesting experience that you probably just had. Notice how towards the end of the first video, you might have started growing tired from hearing me talk for so long. Your attention might have started to fade slowly. But notice what happened when you click to watch this video. Your attention is now refreshed. Isn't that interesting? Now, the point here is that we need to plan just how long we want our videos to be and use the fact that clicking to watch the next video provides a means to refresh the learner's attention. Now, there is a lot of merit in giving students short video clips rather than one long video. Of course, we shouldn't abuse this by giving students too many long videos. Remember, as I said in the previous video, where if the students have to watch so many videos, they go, oh, so many videos, right? Now, for my own experiments, I found that the most optimal arrangement is to have each clip around 8 minutes, not exceeding 10 minutes, and you should not have more than 6 video clips per lecture. So that gives you about 1 hour of lecture time a week. In fact, for my own course, I try to keep my lecture videos to around 45 minutes in total. And I know what you might be thinking. You might be saying, oh, this is a far cry from the usual 90-minute or 2-hour long lectures that I usually give. True, but we need to be economical in what we want to say. Remember, online platform requires a different rules of engagement. Let me assure you that from my surveys and teaching feedback, students really appreciate that my lecture videos are this long, or rather this short. They say that they don't feel like it's a burden watching the lecture videos. And so in this regard, I say mission accomplished. Of course, I know you might still have some reservations about this, right? What if I have a lot of things to cover? Well, remember, online learning, different rules of engagement, but also an opportunity to explore different ways of achieving the learning objective. Students don't have to learn from us opening our mouths. They can learn through other forms, like through the use of assignments to extend their learning from beyond the lecture. So let me give you an example. In my course, I teach a topic called algorithmic discrimination. Originally, I wanted to do a lecture on it and spend like maybe 1 hour giving examples and all that. But then I realized I don't have to say all this. I can make them discover the presence of algorithmic discrimination in the quizzes itself. So how does that work? Well, the first question gives them a problem where they have to design a specific kind of algorithm. Then there's a follow-up question that asks them to work out the results. And once they have worked out the results, the students, they feel a sense of accomplishment, right? Then there is another follow-up question that asks them to evaluate. Is any particular class of individuals discriminated by the algorithm? And then they go through it and then they realize, oh, there is discrimination. And then they might try to change it multiple times, change the way they do it, and they find that no matter how they do, there is still algorithmic discrimination. So it's more impactful this way. The shocking realization really makes the learning so impactful. It really sinks into them. So I didn't have to say very much in the lecture videos, just enough to let them know the existence of algorithmic discrimination and how to do the assignment. So we can do things like this. We don't always have to say everything on lecture videos. I know it might be a bit difficult to imagine how we might do it, especially if you've been teaching the same thing or used the same method of assessment for a very long time. But it is possible, and it does require some level of creativity to rethink the way we approach assessments. But on the bright side, if you can do this, it means that you can put in less work for the lecture videos and the students have less content to watch. So it's a win-win for both of us. So feel free to approach me if you need help thinking about how to extend the learning from the lectures through the assessments. Now, in the next video, I'll talk about what we can do to be engaging in front of the camera, right? So see you!